of these walls will eventually fall. All 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 of these walls will eventually fall.
Sporty spice.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. So we're off on another hike today. Third day in a row.
Going uphill again.
Suckers for punishment, you might say. We're heading out to see a little waterfall with a little swimming pool at the bottom. So looking forward to a refreshing dip when we get there, eh?
Oh yeah, can't wait.
To keep a hold of is holding us down. And honey, we should know by now. Oh, it gets lighter and lighter each and every day. None of it's sacred, no. Before the love that we made.
Ready, Loki?
Hey, Piggy, Wiggy, Wiggy. Oh, hello, hello. What is he digging for?
It's smart. Oh no, all the juice.
Is that how you eat it?
Whoa, look at that.
My head. Hold that, Matt.
Last night.
Oh, brilliant. He's going to blame me again, is he? Where'd the stain? Good. Mate, there's only a few change.
Want any bananas? This is how you get ashore when you can't be bothered to put the motor on your dinghy. Dies off
7 knots.
Just checking out our wind forecast for our trip to the Tuatomotus, and it does not look that fantastic.
It's an alright start, 10 knots. About halfway, boom, dies. And we'll be motoring all the way.
So we read a lot of articles and had a lot of recommendations for people to come to this bay on Fatu Hiva. They all said that it was easily one of the best in Marquesas, if not one of the best anchorages they've ever been to ever. So yeah, huge expectations as we rolled in yesterday, but it has definitely lived up to the hype. It is absolutely spectacular, just the vastness of the mountains that surround us, the people, the fruit, everything about it is just absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit rolly, but we'll give it that.
Waiting for you to let this heli down so I can pull the dinghy out of the water.
Oh.
We may be in paradise, but we're going to another paradise shortly.
What do you say?
What?
What do you say?
Get off your ass, girl! Can you please do the hellion for me, Trevor?
Everything goes in the end, but only starting again.
I think I'm gonna go this shirt, honey. The polka dot pocket.
Okay, looks fantastic.
Goes with the blue.
What are we doing tonight, Eds?
Going to dinner here in the Bay of Virgins with some locals and I think 4 or 5 other boats. So should be fun. A little bit entertaining, I think.
Trayvon, yeah.
We just pulled up anchor in Bay of Virgins, Fatu Hiva, and we're departing at 9 o'clock at night for the Tuatomotus.
Yay!
Next chapter of the Pacific.
500 miles, hopefully 4 days, but depends what time we arrive in and depends on the weather, which is not looking that fantastic. So touch wood, we have as much wind as possible over the next kind of 36-48 hours and go from there.
What a smell to wake up to. What have you been doing, Briggles?
Well, I've made my first successful loaf of sourdough bread. Look at that. Had to try some, sorry. And sandwich bread for lunch.
Yum, smells beautiful.
Yeah, boat smells delicious.
So we left Bay of Virgins late last night after a lovely dinner with all the other cruisers in the bay. Heading off to Tuatomotus with a light forecast, and so far the breeze seems to be a bit more south than forecast, and 10 to 13 knots of strength. So we're on port tack, hard on the wind, sailing at 60 to 65 true wind angle and cruising along at about 7 knots. So we're making good speed, but it's a bit of a heel on to get this speed. But fortunately the sea state is calm, so it's actually pretty pleasant sailing out here. We expect to have this breeze for another 24 to 36 hours, and then we'll be motoring the last 24 to 36 hours depending on how long this breeze hangs out for. So with this good wind we've got to make hay while the sun shines and get as far west as we can to the Tuatomotus.
City I will always find a home, asleep within your sleepless bones, and listening to your rhythms I have grown, like rain upon your restless roads.
Sarah's having a little snooze, so I'm on making my own lunch today. Wahoo sandwiches, lettuce, onion, tomato, beautiful.
always find.
So if we look out to the right of the sunset, about 7 miles downwind, we have our friends Ross Jo Blackman on Soujourn II. They decided to leave the Marquesas Islands similar time, just at the same time really, to avoid the light winds getting to the Tuatomotus, and so it's pretty cool to see another boat out here, same size, so it's a little bit of a race, but we started from Fatu Hiva, so we had a little slight advantage, and I think tomorrow though when the wind dies we'll be motoring. We might try to get a bit closer so we can have some radio comms and share some stories and maybe trade some fish. Roscoe, do you copy? Copy, mate. How's it all going down there? You got the lures out the back?
Then we hooked a really big dumpling, and I think the shark took it. It went completely nuts and then disappeared.
We've got the full main, full jib, and we're sitting on 6.5 to 6.8 knots of boat speed, bang on course.
Yep, we're pretty much the same. We're doing 194, 195 over the ground, and which is right on the run line for us.
Well, it's official. We have lost the breeze. For the last kind of 8 hours or so we've been battling super light patches, but it's just gone below 6 or 7 knots, and our boat speed plummeted, so we have turned the motor on. We're headed straight towards our first atoll, about 200 miles to go, and a perfectly calm sea state. So I've just caught up with Soujourn II, our neighbouring yacht, and they have got the same conditions as us, and they've also turned their motor on. They're about 5 nautical miles away, and we can actually see their navigation lights just on the horizon. Very cool to have a yacht going alongside us.
It's around that I get around, yeah, I get around and living it.
What's happening here, Piglets?
Just giving my head a rinse. I was doing the washing and it flew off into the ocean, decided to go for a swim. So luckily we turned around and spotted her, found her, and there's no waves out there. And yeah, so I'm just giving her a clean of salt water. Let's see.
Successful man overboard drill, eh?
Yeah, very successful. Luckily it was a hat, not a human. There's the Blackmans this morning, only half a mile off our port stern. We've had radio contact. Sounds like Joe's making some lovely muffins, so we're hoping for a little rendezvous in a couple of hours or so. Pick some up.
You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty.
Here we are in the middle of the ocean having a little rendezvous with Soujourn II. Very, very cool.
How can someone call a referee? Cause I just need one more shot at forgiveness. I know we know that I made those mistakes maybe once or twice. By once or twice I mean maybe a couple of 100 times. So let me redeem all myself tonight. Cause I just need one more shot at second chances. Yeah, is it too late now to say sorry? Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now?
And I'll bring the bow up to your transom, your starboard quarter, if you just lock on.
Copy, mate.
What are they doing?
Muffin transport. Got a delivery of muffins coming over.
Fresh muffins baked by Jojo. Aren't we lucky? Almost! Woohoo!
Great work, Darwin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We've got some muffins. We're giving back some smoked wahoo and some fresh wahoo.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll hook it on for you.
It's going to be quite heavy. It's not quite heavy, but it's... Good? Yeah, woo! Enjoy! Woohoo! Woo! So this is Adam and I's washing piles for the last week. Fair to say mine is rather substantially bigger. Not sure if that's because I wear more clothes than Adam does, or if I'm just a cleaner person.
And cold is the water, it freezes your already cold mind, already cold, cold mind.
We've been treated this morning to a myriad of squalls, anything between 8 to 18 knots. And a lot of rain, which has been nice to wash the boat down, and we are sailing along, which is pretty good. Yeah, but a bit surprising, and kept us on our toes, that's for sure. The wind is actually coming from the direct west, which is the complete opposite to trade winds. We think it's because there's a big low in the South Pacific. Whoop. Oh, bit of gust there. Which is pulling the wind in from the opposite direction that it should be.
And these are what make man great, this ladder to...
So we're coming up to the Tuatomotus, just see them in the background here, and the big thing with Tuatomotus is that they're all atolls and there's little passes to get inside the atoll to get shelter from the ocean and to get to the anchorages. These passes can be rather hazardous. They are known to have anywhere up to 8 knots of current going through them. So ideally you want to be going through at slack tide. Also there's coral heads everywhere, so you want to be able to have good viz of the water, and that's best when the sun is up in the sky, so you want to be going through around midday. But going to our first one coming up in about an hour or so, and we're very lucky to have Ross Jo Blackman just half a mile just over there cruising along with us, and they've been here twice before and they're going to lead us in so we can just follow them in and do it the easy way.
Don't have your word, but you got mine. That's all we need for now.
In we go!
Lost the path you've been walking on, but you'll find it again somehow. I'm sorry that it took too long. I'm sorry that